Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So for the last 2 months or so, I've been putting off this video. I've literally tried to make it 20 times over and I've just failed every time. Why? Because I've been going through a lot in my personal life. I've been re-examining my worldview and philosophy, and it's really a good thing. It's good to sit back and question yourself every now and then. But the problem is, of course, this translates into self-doubt, which becomes a cycle, which takes a lot of your time and energy, which results in absolutely nothing. But it is also sometimes good to step back and decide what really matters and try and find out what the most important things to you are, and to focus on that. So, what started as a couple of months away for a holiday turned into almost half a fucking year, and I'm sorry for that. It's just that I can't help but feel depressed looking at the never-ending stream of intellectual poison that streams across my desk on a regular basis. You have reactions and overreactions, emotional pandering, bias, promotion of pseudoscience which has reached an all-time high recently, and so on and so forth. So before I move forward with this channel, I think I should actually make a few things very clear. I don't actually give much of a shit about things like the atheism debate or the feminism debate for that matter. In either case, my opinion is pretty irrelevant to what's going on. I tend to feel that sometimes people put me in the box that they want me to fit into, and I sometimes forget that I don't have a box and that I need to keep thinking outside of the box and keep away from ideologies, and I get drawn into these arguments way too much, and I end up just wasting my time and end up being just really distracted from doing the things that are important. I mean, the thing is, the very principle that this channel is founded on is that you can't argue with facts, and if anything, that's going to be the lesson going forward that I have to remember. I'm going to attempt to be as straight down the line as I possibly can be. I know we all have biases, and you really can't get rid of those completely, but the difference with me is that at least I try and recognize these and squash these as best as I can. So, basically, over the while I was away, I did come to a realization that the problems with journalism and the media are absolutely gigantic. They are much bigger than the stupid feminism debates that we have around things. They're much bigger than just the gaming press. The entire journalism field is right now struggling to attain even a modicum of legitimacy. I will refer you to an article down below which is talking about how there's a lot of difficulty among the standards organizations now, for American journalism anyway, with creating guidelines and media standards for the new media, i.e. the internet journalists. This is of course no surprise, because I've been sitting here for a year and a half pointing out the serious lack of standards in online journalism. And this is another main thing that does annoy me and that I should point out. People ask me why I don't go after this feminist blog or that feminist blog or Jezebel or things like that. Or on the odd occasion, people ask me, why don't you ever talk about the MRAs? I mean, the MRAs do stupid shit all the time. You should totally talk about A Voice for Men. They dox people. You should totally talk about this or another story. Well, the answer is actually really simple. I don't care for the most part. At least not on this channel. Yes, I have my opinions, but I'm not going to make a video about it unless it's a journalist misrepresenting the truth. Unless their word all of a sudden has this validity to it. The reason why I've never blown up at someone with a quote-unquote right-wing bias is simple. I cover gaming news and I haven't found one single article on the gaming news sites, at least the popular ones, that promote something like unarguable misogyny, or they promoting the men's rights movement and deliberately biasing themselves towards that, or the MGTOW or pickup artists, or anything of that nature. I haven't yet found a single article like that. And if you find one of those, you want to show me an article of that, then fine. I mean, I don't care who it is. I don't care what they believe in. I don't care what the color of their skin is. I don't care what their genitalia is. And I don't care who they like to fuck either. If you're gonna use the title of journalist to demand credibility, i.e. demand that what you're saying holds weight, then I will fact check you, and if I find that you're lying or trying to cover up the truth, I will report on it. It's basically that simple, and the only people who have anything to fear from me are liars and demagogues, and some people just happen to be both. So, where to from here? That's the question, isn't it? Well, I feel that I need to look slightly further afield than I've been in the past. My next video is gonna probably be on how horribly the gaming media has hashed a recent study on avatar race and stereotype activation to somehow translate all of this into video games make you racist, exclamation mark, 11111. I also plan on looking at the lovely mob justice system that we have here on the internet, where trying people with absolutely zero evidence in the court of public opinion has now become a sport, and the media has actually been fueling the hate machine quite a bit on that one. I also have a video planned that I've been wanting to do since fucking November of last year on how gaming journalism works from the inside out. Trust me, it's not that impressive. Further than that, in the words of Tommy Wiseau,
don't plan too much, it may not come out right.
I also have another idea that I want to implement shortly, which is to do a short series of videos on the little issues that come up in between videos that really just annoy me and will only take about 5 minutes to clear up. I'm not going to make a whole lot of these, but I'm going to call this series Quick Analysis. And I'm not really sure when you can expect any of these videos. Like usual, whenever I plan for videos, none of it quite works out perfectly, but I do have a lot of the resources already collected, so it shouldn't take me too long. I also have a few new accounts as well, that's the other thing under my belt too that I've made for this channel. I now have a Tumblr and a Dailymotion, which will become the place to which I'll mirror my videos in the future, and I'll try and mirror from the beginning of the Dangerously Analyzed series, because as far as I'm concerned that's canon now, and I'll move all the way over there in the event of the YouTube apocalypse whenever that's due. Anyway, now that I've got all of that crap out of my system, I think it's about time that I become a productive citizen of the YouTube universe once again. So as always, you can find me at all the links to my profiles down below. Thank you all for subscribing to me and coming on this journey with me. It's been much appreciated. I never expected to get the support that I've had, and there's a long way to go yet. I've been Dangerous Analysis, and as always,
good night and good luck.